Hello po! So today apparently we're gonna figure out why do so many Filipina women marry foreigners. It is a street interview by Asian Boss. You guys are familiar with that channel. This is not my first time reacting to their street interviews. And I have decided to react to this specific topic because I think it's very interesting, and because when I visited the Philippines, I definitely noticed the attraction from Filipinas. You know what I'm saying? So I actually went on a couple of dates in the Philippines with Filipinas. So the thing is, in this day and age, you use dating apps, right? And that's exactly what I did. I used a couple of dating apps, and I noticed, that I got so many likes and matches when I was in the Philippines. And it's not just the Philippines. Even when I was in Vietnam and Japan, I got a lot of likes. But to be honest, in the Philippines, more than anywhere else, not only because I'm a foreigner, but I think that a lot of them also recognized me as Ovela. You know what I'm saying? So I thought, yeah, that is definitely something that's very noticeable in the Philippines when you're a foreigner. You can actually tell that that Filipinas are attracted to you, but the other way around is also true. I was attracted to Filipinas as well. They are gorgeous, they are sweet and kind, and something happened to me a couple of times, where I was just randomly walking in BGC, and women actually looked at me and said, "Hey, handsome." You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So that's why I decided to react to this video. But before we start, maligayang pagbabalik sa aking channel. Ako po si Ovela. I'm a sound engineer, beatmaker, and content creator on YouTube. And with that being said, let's check it out.
Good afternoon po. So, ang tanong po namin is, nakapag-date na po ba kayo ng foreigner?
Foreigner? Hindi pa po. Hindi pa po.
Not yet.
Pero po sakaling open po ba kayo mag-date ng foreigner?
Kung wala akong boyfriend, why not?
Hindi pa po. Hindi pa po ako nagkakajowa since birth po. Wala.
Whoa!
Pero open ho kayo
Okay.
mag-date po ng foreigner?
Siguro, opo, yung Korean kong.
Korean.
Opo,
All
may
right.
lahi.
So, taga anong bansa po sila?
India, and yung isa is American po.
Okay lang ho ba kayo na hindi lang date, di lang jowa, or magpakasal ho sa foreigner? Okay lang ho ba sa inyo yun?
For me, okay lang naman po siya. Pero yung sa ano po kasi nila, in-explain niya po sa akin na iba yung culture nila sa culture nating mga Filipinos.
Yeah.
So parang sabi ko okay lang naman sa akin, maano ko naman, mabilis lang naman ako mag-adapt, tanggap ko naman, kaya
Yep.
kong aralin yung mga cultures nila, tanggap ko naman, and so on. Tapos, ayun po, parang sinabi niya na gusto daw ng family niya is Indian din yung mapapangasawa niya.
This hits very close to home. So yes, I have noticed that Filipinas and Filipinos in general are very adaptable, and they are quick to and they're open-minded and quick to learning about other cultures and traditions and everything, and I'm saying that this hits close to home because you guys remember my ex-girlfriend / co-host M Angel, right? So basically, I don't know if I mentioned this in my previous videos like a long time ago, but my family never accepted her, okay? Because they wanted me to be with an Algerian Muslim woman. You know what I'm saying? So this really hits very close to home. And throughout the years, I think that really bothered, M Angel and myself. I really hated that situation. And that's also why for almost a decade, my dad and I barely spoke, because I was defending my girlfriend at the time, right? And I was like, no, you should accept her. She's my girlfriend. I made that choice. You should be okay with it. But nope, they were not happy with it at all. Well, my dad specifically. So this really hits close to home, and I just think it's a horrible thing, to basically judge people without even knowing them, just based on their religion or country, or it's just horrible. So that's why I really appreciate the fact that Filipinos are more adaptable and more open-minded.
Which is, naintindihan ko rin naman po.
Ano ho sa tingin niyo sasabihin ng mga kakilala niyo po? Yung mga kaibigan, pamilya niyo po, kung kayo nagpakasal ho sa isang foreigner, okay lang ho ba sa kanila or hindi?
Parang i-judge ka nila kapag ganun, parang sabihin, pinaperahan mo, ganun po.
Sa family ko okay lang kasi sa mga relatives ko meron naman sila mga husband din na mga foreign. Kaya feeling ko yung mother ko, meron siyang asawa ngayon
I
na
see.
American din naman. Kaya feeling ko okay lang sa kanila.
May anak ko kung babae na meron siyang boyfriend na foreigner. Actually,
Eh,
marami
foreigner.
naghahantay Maraming nag-aabang sa pagdating niya. Dahil nasa edad na nga yung anak ko, siyempre gusto ko na rin mag-asawa siya.
Usually po, galing sa anong mga bansa po ang nakikita niyong mga foreigners po dito sa Pilipinas ngayon?
Sa Pilipinas, sir, marami dito ngayon. Australia, US, then Korea, saka Japanese. May mga Taiwanese na rin.
Europe, ganun po. Sa Australia, ganun. Sa UK, ganun po. Dito sa Pilipinas. Madalas yun, mga puti.
It's
Gaano
white
po
people.
ka-common po na nagpapakasal po ang mga Pinoy pa sa mga foreigners sa tingin niyo?
Parang ang common na siya these days kasi madami ding mga OFW na nagkaka-relationship sa mga foreigner tas end up nila is magkakasal din po.
OFWs, overseas foreign workers.
Para sa akin, normal lang dahil marami na nga akong kaibigan at kakilalang nag-asawa ng foreigner. Meron akong friend na nag-asawa ng British, meron ding Amerikano, meron ding Japanese, meron ding Koreano.
That's beautiful, right?
Kakilala ko, yung iba kaibigan ko.
So nung
Mix
2022
and
po,
match.
mahigit sa 15,000 po na Pilipino
Wow.
ang nagpakasal
okay.
sa mga foreigner. Tapos karamihan po
Not bad.
doon mga babae po. So bakit kaya madaming babaeng Pilipino po ang nagpapakasal sa mga foreigner?
As babae po, parang curious din po siguro kung anong feeling kapag yung foreigner yung jowa mo.
Dahil siguro sa pera. Kasi pandemic, wala tayo. Pandemic.
I love it. He was like so honest about it. Maybe because of money, he went like straight to the point. I mean, perhaps, but I'm pretty sure not all of women marry foreigners just for money, you know what I'm saying? And I've also heard that more and more Filipinas prefer to be with foreigners because somehow they are less dramatic than Filipino men, I still don't understand that reasoning, but that's what I've been told. I don't know.
Gutom talaga dito sa Pilipinas. Pero para sa akin, sa tingin ko lang kaya nagkukuha ng mga foreigner yung mga babae rito. O tayo. Para sa financial na rin siguro para makatulong sila.
Since ito yung parang nakikita ko, yung mga tita ko, yung mga pinsan ko na kapangasawa sila ng mga foreign, syempre sa hirap din ng buhay. Feeling ko yun yung nagiging sagot nila para makaangat-angat. Ganon.
But it's not always the solution, to improve your life, because I've heard that many Filipinos who married foreigners and went to their country to live with them, eventually at some point they become unhappy and they miss their country and want to go back to their country, because you think life is always better outside, like the grass is always greener, but it's not always the case. I'm not saying it's never the case, it's just not always the case.
Lumaki ako sa broken family. So nakita ko yung paghihirap din ng family namin. Yung mother ko, pumunta siya ng ibang bansa para magtrabaho since yung napangasawa niya ngayon, yung din ang tumulong sa amin para makapagtapos kami ng pag-aaral.
Minsan kasi ang sa realidad talaga niyan, kadalasan ginagamit nila yung marriage para
immigrate.
makuha sila sa ibang bansa. Yung pamilya nila makuha galing Pilipinas, dadalhin sa di ba, alam mo yun? Yun. Yung lalaki, pag may nagustuhan silang Pinay, tas yung Pinay papakasalan nila, 'di ba, yung foreigner, para upang matulungan na makapunta sa ibang bansa yung babae, lalo na pati yung pamilya, kumbaga isi-save. 'Di ba? Alam mo yun, ganun. Kadalasan.
Hala, baka makancel out ako. Pero ano po kasi, mostly po talaga kasi, yung ibang kakilala ko, hindi ko na napapangalanan. Parang more on green card.
Green card,
Ganun po, makapunta, makaangat nga po sa buhay. And yung partner po nila is parang willing naman po tumulong sa mga pamilya nilang nandito. Kaya ayun po, papakasal po sila doon.
May mga kwento po ba kayo? Or okay lang ho naman na hindi?
Meron po. May kakilala po ako na yung asawa po niya is Australian. And yung Australian po na yun is nakilala niya sa isang resort. So parang matanda na talaga yung Australian. And kailangan na niya ng partner. Gusto niya magkaanak. Tapos,
Anak.
ang sabi kasi ng
Child.
Australian na yun is gusto niya talaga ng Pilipina. Kasi ang Pilipina daw po, masipag, tapos maano sila, family-oriented. Ganun
It's
po.
true.
So, parang gusto niya na may makakasama siya, yung hindi siya iiwan talaga. Nagka-developan naman po sila, nagkaanak sila, tapos, ayun po.
Okay, what's wrong with that? That's
sinabi
nice.
ng babae na okay lang ba na tulungan mo ako makapunta, tutulungan kita sa trabaho pagpunta ko doon. Tapos, ayun po, nagka-work yung babae, siya na yung bumubuhay ngayon doon sa Australia. Habang inaalagaan niya rin po yung anak
Oh
niya
my
at asawa niya.
God.
Para sa inyo po, pag pinagpili po kayo sa foreigner or sa Pilipino po, para ipakasal, ano po pipiliin niyo?
Pinay po.
All
Alam ko
right.
yung ugali ng mga Pinoy kaysa sa yung bansa.
Filipino. Parang mahirap kasi yung communication between sa other foreign, di ba? May mga language sila or yung English. Paano pag nagka-misunderstanding kayo, di ba? Mahirap din yun.
Feeling ko Filipino. Yeah.
Bakit po?
Kasi mas mas maalaga. Alam nila kung paano rumespeto.
Really?
Kasi ang
Interesting.
dami kong nakikita na may jowa or may asawa silang ibang lahi. Tapos minsan sinasaktan sila. Ganon, yung hindi nila nalalabas yung gusto nila kasi parang feeling nila hindi sila naiintindihan.
Yes, the misunderstanding is something that cannot be avoided. Like, it will happen even if the Filipina and the foreigner have a language in common, because of their differences in culture and traditions. Misunderstandings are gonna happen. But what's the key to all of this, guys? It's communication. Just patience and communication. And everything will be okay. If you guys are both on the same page, as long as you communicate and are patient with each other, I think it'll be fine.
Kahit na marami akong kakilalang nag-successful yung kanilang pag-aasawa ng foreigner, meron din akong mga ilan-ilan na kakilalang hindi nag-success. Dahil siguro ang iniisip lang nila, pag kinuha sila, gaganda yung buhay nila. Hindi muna nila kinilala yung foreigner kung makakasundo ba nila ng pamilya
Exactly.
nila, tsaka mamahalin sila, pati yung kultura nila.
Absolutely. There you go. A mature woman, who knows that when two people decide to get together and get married, it's not just the two of them that are getting married. It's both families. It's two families that are coming together. So it's important that both families are in on it and that they get along as well.
Ayun kasi yung number one na pinagkakagalitan eh. Unang-una yung kultura, tapos yung ugali ng bawat isa.
Mayroon po bang stigma or pagtingin sa mga babaeng nagpapakasal sa mga foreigner dito? Mga ano po? Ano po yung mga yan?
Ano nga po, parang sabi nilang gold
Oh,
Hindi naman po lahat.
oh, her and the other guy, man, they are telling it like it is. No filter. I like them, man. They're like me. They're super honest. She just said it, gold diggers. Yes, but it's a stigma, right? It's just like I guess a stereotype, you know. Clearly, there are some gold diggers, but I'm pretty sure that a decent amount of them do it for good reasons.
Di ba minsan
Exactly, not all of them
nag-judge
are.
natin agad yung isang tao. So, mga naririnig ko minsan, pera lang habol, ganyan. Pero, hindi naman lahat ganon.
Exactly.
Kapitbahay. Pinasmisan sila. Yun nga po. Yung si nagpakasal sa AFAM. Nakakangat na siya sa buhay. Yaman na, ganyan. Ganun po yung perspective nila sa kapag yung nagpakasal po yung babae sa isang AFAM or foreigner.
May stereotype po na nagpapakasal sa mga foreigner, mga babae po para sa pera or green card or para lang makaalis ng bansa. Sa tingin niyo po, gaano po ito katotoo?
For me po kasi parang joke lang po yung tingin ko po sa ganun.
Joke lang.
Kasi there are a lot of Filipinos din naman po na may kaya or above average po yung standing sa society po natin.
Yun lang kasi nakikita ko ngayon sa panahon ngayon eh. Yung iba kaya kumukuha ng mga kano o mga Amerikana. Pero siguro, mahal nila ang isa't isa.
Right?
Pero hindi rin natin masasabi kasi unang-una, ang mga kano, may mga pera yan eh. Tapos tayo mga Pilipino, kung saan ang may pera, doon tayo eh. Di ba? Tayo, taga-judge lang tayo, pero hindi natin alam kung ano yung
Exactly. Thank you, man.
Ano ko eh, may
Salamat
mga
po.
personal ako mga kilala na ganun. Pero hindi naman siya totally tungkol sa pera, pero kasama na rin.
Yeah.
Kasama na talaga yun. Nakapag-asawa siya ng foreigner sa ibang bansa, tapos nung kinasal sila doon, tinulungan ng lalaki na foreigner, yung babae na Pinay, nakunin yung pamilya niya, palitan ng apelido, dalhin doon, mas magandang buhay, mas malakas yung kumita, mas magandang trabaho. Ayun.
Alam niyo po kung anong bansa ho yan or
Canada yun eh.
Hey, Canada. There we go.
Ako parang against doon.
This whole time, I was wondering if they were going to mention Canada as well because they said America, they said Europe, they said Australia, Japan, even Thailand, I think, or Taiwan. I don't remember. But they did not mention Canada at the beginning of the video. But I was like, ooh, I'm pretty sure they're going to say it. Bam, there it is.
Kasi, kesa naman piliin mo yung tambay, di ba? Kung ako babae, malamang, mas pipiliin ko yung kayang buhayin ako, maging yung pamilya ko. Mag-isa susunod yung mga
If I were a woman, okay?
Practical move lang yun.
so sa
Hey,
tingin niyo
I love their
maganda ang
honesty.
para sa bansa? Sa dami ng Pilipino nagpapangasawa sa mga foreigner.
Para sa akin, okay lang din. Para ganun. Parang mag-mix din eh. Maganda rin kasi yung yung Pinay, Asian
I agree 100%, man. I mean, not too long ago, I spoke to a Filipina who's not 100% Filipina, but who had a kid with a foreigner, and their kid is so adorable, okay? And I'm not saying that Filipino kids are not adorable, because they are, man. I remember being in Siargao, and these Pinoy kids, they looked so cute and adorable just running in the street, and they were so happy, and they just held my hand. They were so excited. So yeah, I'm not saying that Filipino kids are not adorable, because they are. But there is something about a Filipino and a foreigner, the mix is just wow, seriously.
Ang foreigner, di ba? Maganda rin yung mix ng...
Yeah, the mix of races in general is beautiful.
I think okay lang naman po, kasi po parang mas lumalawak din po yung knowledge natin sa iba't ibang culture, ganun. Hindi lang tayo dito sa isang bansa, alam natin yung parang yun, iba't ibang bansa din. Alam din natin yung culture nila. Ganun.
Para sa akin, pag magmahal ka ng
And I think in a way, it kind of promotes the Philippines, right? Because if a foreigner marries a Filipina, he or she will eventually talk, right, about their experience with Filipinos and with the Philippines in general, and tell them how awesome the Philippines is and Filipinos are, so in a way it's promotion, word of mouth, and then eventually their friends will be curious and want to go to the Philippines and perhaps, get together with Filipinos and Filipinas. So I think it's beautiful.
Hindi naman masama. Yun nga lang, ang pangit nandun kasi yung tingin ng ibang tao.
Oh, I love this guy. Did you hear what he said? The wrong thing about this is the perception of others. This guy is so wise.
Bansa din.
Let me hear it again.
Culture nila. Ganun.
Para sa akin, pag magmahal ka ng foreigner, hindi naman masama.
I think there is nothing wrong with loving a foreigner. The bad thing here is the perception of others. Speak the truth, brother. Kuya.
Yun nga lang, ang pangit nandun kasi yung tingin ng ibang tao. Pag nakikita nila, yung foreigner, may pera to, ganun.
Which is not always the
Pero
case.
hindi naman lahat ng foreigner
Exactly.
may pera. Kasi naghihirap din sila sa pera ng pinanggagalingan nila.
Exactly.
O sa lugar na pinanggagalingan nila. May mga foreigner din kasi mga mahirap. Katulad din
Exactly.
natin.
Mahirap. Yeah.
Kaya huwag natin i-judge kung ano man yung minahal ng tao.
Sa palagay ko nakakabuti naman kasi 'di ba pagka may mga foreigner na pumapasok, may income din ang Pilipinas, ang bansa
that too.
natin, 'di ba?
Yeah.
O kaya hindi naman siguro nakakasama sa atin 'yun. Nakakabuti pa nga dahil yung mga turistang maraming mga foreigner na pumupunta rito. Dahil siyempre pag bumalik sila sa bansa nila, sasabihin ay maganda ang Pilipinas.
Exactly.
Ganito ang
That's
mga
exactly what I
tao,
said.
mababait.
Exactly.
Kaya yung ibang mga foreigner din pumupunta ng Pilipinas, naghahanap din ng Pilipinang partner nila. Dahil na-introduce na sa kanila kung gaano ka-generous, kung gaano mga kababait.
Salamat po.
Tsaka kung gaano kabuti ang mga Pilipina.
Yeah.
Ang mga tao dito sa atin, sa bansa nating Pilipinas.
Salamat po.
Maraming salamat po. I could not agree more. This video is awesome, and the people that they interviewed were so honest and just, man, they know. They really do know. Oh my gosh. That was awesome. I loved it, seriously. And as a matter of fact, when I had my meet and greet, we had a portion of the meet and greet where people asked me questions, right? Like the people that came to the meet and greet, who now I consider as my friends, asked me questions. And one of the questions was, do you see yourself marrying a Filipina? And my answer was very clear. Yes, yes, and yes. Even if I went through hell with my father for a decade, and that breaks my heart, really, it does break my heart. My answer is still a yes, because I have dated Filipinas and they are wonderful women. Like seriously, I'd be lucky to end up with a Filipina. And let's go back to the topic of this video. All right, so clearly the thing that came back the most was they're doing it for money, they're gold diggers. I honestly don't see the problem with that if that's one of the reasons, but that is not just the only reason, right? If, okay, I am doing it for the money, but I also care and love that person, that foreigner. And that, eventually that, that person is not gonna leave the foreigner once she or he's got what they wanted from the foreigner. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with doing it for the money, especially if your situation really sucks. But that shouldn't be the only reason. And of course, the perfect scenario is that you're not doing it for the money, you're doing it for love. There you go. And because you love that person, you like that person, you're attracted to that person, and hopefully you have your own stable financial situation, and you don't need the foreigner to help you out financially. You know what I'm saying? But yes, they spoke the truth. I freaking loved it, and I really hope that my community on this channel is gonna watch this video and spread it, because it's true, man. Anyway, I would be very curious to know your thoughts about this topic in the comment section below, so don't hesitate to tell me about it. Maraming salamat po, and of course, if you found value in this video, do not hesitate to check out my other reaction videos right here.